Hey everybody, it's Kate Richburg. Welcome to Free Tip Friday. I have the kit reveal. We've got all kinds of stuff today. First and foremost, a big thank you to Ellen for doing the moderating for Janice today. Janice is at a birthday party, so we're giving her a pass today. But Ellen's here to do some moderating, so it's great to have you all. I was just checking before I popped in. I was just checking to make sure that that banner was up, and I'll cover myself with it. We've started for the Great Bead Extravaganza. If you have not, there I am. That's a little bit better. If you have not opened your newsletter yet, or if you've, I don't know where you've been, but you know that this is the Great Bead Extravaganza weekend. It's our 5th year of the Great, ending our 5th year of the Great Bead Extravaganza. So that means it's beadshop.com plus a lot of other friends who all make up the collective that is the Great Bead Extravaganza. We are going to be going live all weekend with a bunch of different classes, a bunch of different projects, a bunch of different specials. The preview party is tonight. If you're watching me live right now on the 17th, wherever you're watching, that means you can also watch the preview party live at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. We start up tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Pacific, 11:30 a.m. Eastern with Candy Cooper. And then I go on after Candy. We go all the way down through Neelay Patel. And then we start up again on Sunday, also at 8:30 a.m. Pacific, 1:30 a.m. Eastern with our buddy Abby Berta, going all the way through. And we're finishing up with the TGBE holiday gift guide hosted by Neelay Patel. And Neelay goes on at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. So that's what's going on there. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a great time. But tonight is the preview party. And remember, you can save with all weekend long. This actually goes through Monday. And I've started to extend this through Monday because I know a lot of you like to watch, and then you're all, wait, I didn't have a chance to use my coupon code. So this actually goes through Monday, October 20th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. Enter code TGBE20 on beadshop.com when you check out, and you'll save 20% store-wide. It's one of our big sales of the year, so it is time to stock up for sure. Well, the kit, my friends, the kit is here. The chain reaction kit for the Great Bead Extravaganza. I'm going to try and put it up here on the there it is. It's going to cover me. Twilight Moss. Here it is. We've got 3 different colors for you to choose from, and I'm going to show you those. And I'll tell you a little bit about how this kit came about. Let me see if I can get this up here though, so you can see it. Let me switch this with this. So here it is. We've got 3, count them, 3. We've got the Twilight Moss, we've got Golden Ember, and we've got one called Shadow Line, which are really fun, and they were really fun to make. The way that this project came about, let me get this up here so you can see me, was those of you will recognize this. There is some of you who were at the bead retreat in August. My project was an epic wrap bracelet, and the wrap bracelet started with this section of the wrap. And so I thought I'm issuing a kit for the remainder of the wrap bracelet as well. It's going to be the project in 2 or 3 maybe live broadcasts coming up. But this one, the chain section, it gets its own show. So I thought, you know what? Why not do some kits for the Great Bead Extravaganza? It was really, really fun. I've really refined it. I got a lot of great feedback from everybody at the retreat. So we've simplified it a little bit. I'm going to share it with you. And it's a great piece if you just want to do like a real say something bracelet. Really stands up on its own as well. You can also incorporate it with the rest of the wrap that we're going to be doing later. We're not going to take up the time today to talk about that. But yeah, so this is it. Chain reaction. 3 different colorways, limited quantities. So if you want it, right, grab it. It's at a great price point, and they're really, really fun to make. I'm just checking through the comments here. So let me jump over here and tell you what I've got. Oh, thanks. The earrings I'm wearing. Thanks, Ellen. These are the swan earrings I made with the Twilight mix. You've seen them on the homepage. I've been wearing them pretty much nonstop for sure with the Forks mix. Sorry. Yes, we've been doing a little Twilight watching, I have to confess. But I did it with the Forks mix. Miranda's like, get it right. Yeah. Get your fandom right, lady.
Fake fan.
Right. Total fake fan. So I want to talk to you a little bit about this project. I want to talk to you about the colorways and what's in the kit. And then you're going to join me tomorrow at, let me put the banner back up so I know. Hang on. I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. I should have this cemented in my head. I go on tomorrow with this project at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. And there'll be a link. I'll put the link up right after this broadcast, and it'll also be in our newsletter tomorrow as well. Sometimes if I put the link up too early, you folks are like, wait a minute, I'm in the wrong broadcast. So I'll schedule the broadcast as soon as I'm done with you for this one. Okay. So here it is. This is the bracelet. I love it. It has some different components we're going to talk about, but it's really a great one to, as I'm saying, add to your stack. I'll show you the one that we did in the retreat. Sorry, I have to get this a little closer to my eyes so I can see what I'm doing, and then I'll show you what it looks like on. In the kit, you get enough to make one of these bracelets, but you also have some leftovers, which I'm going to show you about. But I really, really love the way this looks. And this stacks with a bunch of different stuff. I'm looking at this loomed bracelet. Look at that. You could do kind of a double stack this way. That looks great. Let me leave this in the shot so at least you're looking at something. Gosh, I've got so many things on this wall that it would work with. This one is one of the expedition bracelets that I've done in Great Bead Extravaganza's past. This one with the chain. Look at how, I mean, that's a crazy stack, but look at how all of those look so nicely together. This is chain reaction that I'm doing now. This is expedition. This might, or maybe this is the adventure bracelet. And then this is the looming with the bugles that I did. I think it's under Tricks to Looming, which was a lot of fun there too. But they all, I think, play in the sandbox together kind of nicely, kind of pretty. Okay, so let me take this one off and let's talk a little bit about the kit. I want to talk a little bit about the measurements and pardon me. I want to talk a little bit about the extra tools and stuff that you're going to need. So the 3 kits that I have for you, what comes in it are the strand of 6mm fire polish, which is here. This is Twilight. This is Shadowline, and this is Golden Ember, Twilight Moss right here. Then you get a foot of this run along, the Rolo chain, and I got it special in gunmetal for this Shadowline. We don't usually carry this in the gunmetal, and I got a gunmetal button for it. And then each kit has a mix of 2 seed bead colors. Okay, so this seed bead color is a gray. It is kind of that matte, transparent gray. And then this one, I need to see what, Miranda, do you have the tube over there of the other gray? Just so I tell you what it is. And then this last one is the rainbow cardinal red and the tan Picasso. This color here is the matte metallic gray in here with the gray here, the matte transparent gray. And then this one over here has the matte black AB, and then it has the 8-1026, which is really gorgeous. I love. So you have plenty of the 8-aught seed beads for this. And I'll show you with this project that I did here, this is what I had left over. I still had 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. I still had 11 of the 6mm fire polish left over. I still had most of the baggie of these 8-aught seed beads. I still had most of my fine Ceylon. And then I had 2 little short pieces of chain left that would be great to use in earrings. Okay, so that's what I had left over from the kit. Now the kit, what I did for you, you get a yard of this, of the 1.5mm leather here. And that's enough to do 1 wrap. I cut some away from mine. My wrist, it's 6.5 inches. I like to make my piece. Mine runs at about 7.25, which is really perfect for how I want to wear it. This will make a bracelet that goes up to about 8.5, 8.75 or so. When you tie a knot at the end, it takes up a little bit of the extra cord, the 1.5mm cord. So if you need this to be a little bit longer, instead of tying a knot, and I'll talk to you about this tomorrow when we do the project, pardon me, instead of tying a knot, you can do a little macrame here at the end, or you can do a silk wrap here. So you'll have enough to do that. But this base, this is 1.5mm, and we use that yard. We use 4 strands of that leather to make this. Okay. So that's what's going on here. If you think, you know what, Kate, I want to do this a double, right? And maybe have this chain be 1 portion and then macrame it off and then go to a single, regular single ladder, then I would get an extra yard of leather for yourself in whatever color. And it would be fun to do like 2 different colors here or whatever. But in the kit, you get enough for just this wrap. But you do have plenty left over to work on another wrap or again, if you use your own leather or you add some leather here, you can do an extra wrap that way. So the other stuff that you're going to need, well, let me finish going through the kits. Here is for the Twilight Moss. It has this beautiful purple pansy 6mm. It has the silvers, and it has this nice mix of the seed beads. Over here with the shadow line, we've got the gray. We've got this really beautiful gray with the coating over the top, which I love, love, love. I got a special gunmetal button. We have the gunmetal chain, and then I use the charcoal gray in the leather there. And then for this one, the golden ember, I've got the matte gold with this gold button. I have this really beautiful champagne 6mm. This mix of the tan, the Picasso, and that cardinal red is so gorgeous. And then the distressed pumpkin. No, I'm sorry. This is the distressed hyacinth, I believe, is this one. And then the brown fine Ceylon. So they're really pretty colorways. They're a great way. If you get all of these, you get a lot of extra beads that are left over. So you can play around with using them in a companion wrap or whatever. Again, all you need to do is grab yourself some more leather. Okay, whatever colors you like. You also, hey Miranda, will you grab the new buttons that I just launched? A couple of each. This morning, I also launched some new buttons, including if you just want this gunmetal all on your own. I launched this one. We call these buttons a Tibetan style because they're kind of fashioned after that Tibetan style button that you see actually on a lot of like garments, as well as Tibetan style jewelry. I also got you some new buttons that just are in. They're in the just in. You've seen this button before, this hammered round button. We've had this in the silver, but now we finally have it in the gold. I just love it. Then we got the Tibetan style in antique copper, antique brass, as well as in the gunmetal. And right now, friends, buttons are our item of the week. So they're already marked down 10% off. So if you use that TGBE 20 coupon, buttons are actually 30% off, which is nuts. So don't tell Janice. Thank goodness she's not watching. But anyway, so it's a great time to stock up on these. This is my favorite button to use for wrap bracelets, really, because it's kind of unobtrusive. It lends itself to a lot of different styles. It's small, so it doesn't overpower the bracelet. I'm a pretty big fan. So these are all in at the top of Just In, which is where these kits are. But I will put a link to these new buttons as well, also on the homepage. I just kind of ran out of time yesterday. So, but I'm really, really excited about all of these. Maybe I'll make a little group for all of the Tibetan style buttons. Because we have the gold here as well that's in this one. And then we have the silver that's in this one. And then we also have this hammered one that is also in silver as well. So they're really great. And I'm so happy to be able to finally have these also. So, and you can use these for your own, if you want to make your own chain reaction bracelet. We carry the run along in a bunch of different chain colors. We carry the 6mm in a bunch of different chain colors. So this project will outlive this kit And you can create it in whatever colorway floats your boat. Now, the rest of the tools that you're going to need, let me zoom out. You're going to need, and I'm going to show you tomorrow how I don't use needles, but I'm still going to use needles. If you don't want to use the needles on the ends, I'm going to show you how to stiffen the ends with the zap glue. But this, the Beadle-On collapsible eye needle in medium, this is the sweet sauce right here. Okay. So, this is going to make it, I'm reading Leslie's comment. I know, a bit slapdash. I know, Leslie, I just don't have enough hours in the day. I had to eventually go to sleep, but whatever. Sleep is overrated. But this is really going to help you, this Beadle-On needle. And they're on a page. I'll show you. I'll do a little tour of the website so you can find it. But this is really going to make stringing this bracelet so much easier. But I'll show you how to do the glue end needles as well if you don't want to purchase these or you don't have them and you're doing this later. You are also going to need clampers, right? You're going to need 2 sets of the clampers. You could get away with 2 clampers on their own, but 4 are going to be better.
I use like
Okay.
6.
Yeah, Miranda's all, I've used 6 for this one. But a minimum of 4 you're going to need. If you don't have an awl, this is the sign that you need. Right, Miranda? Yeah, because Miranda has made this and it looks amazing. She made it at the retreat. Some of you will remember. Hers looks really, really great. But the awl.
There was only one awl at the retreat.
Yeah, for some reason.
And we all used
That is true.
one.
We all needed an awl, and I brought exactly 1. You can also use your knotting tweezers, which a lot of people did, but we ascertained that the awl was really a must-have. You also need your thread burner. You don't have to have your thread burner. You could also use your thread snips, either your Xuron or your old school like this, right? And then last but not least, you're going to need some glues. You're going to need, of course, here's my sad old hypo cement, GS hypo. We're going to need that. And if you're going to make your own glue needles, you're going to need some zap. Okay, and I'll show you how to do that tomorrow, but you've seen me do it, and we have a skill builder on how to do your own glue needles with the glue gel. So this is what you're going to need in addition to the kit. Let me, I'm going to come in here. I'm going to share my screen. Bear with me here just a minute while I close up some things so that I don't accidentally make a boo-boo. I'm always worried when people say, let me share my screen. I'm all, have you closed out all the tabs? Yes, exactly. All the tabs that you want people to see or not see. So bear with me here just a second. I'm closing up this. I'm closing up this. There we go. All right. Let me share my screen. Let me do that. Is that it here? Yes. Share screen and share, and this one right here. Okay. So let me go back to the home page here. Okay. And what we've got is the kit link. We've got our nice big banner for our sale. We've got our kit link here. All right, so let's go there. There are all the bracelet kits, and I'm so stoked that you folks love them as much as I do, and they're actually selling pretty quickly. So jump on and grab yours before I run out. You can always use the recipe for this later on, right, after the TGB is over, etc., right? And you want to make this on your own, it's really fine. You'll just, follow the recipe. So let me show you here. If you scroll down, you'll see what the kit includes. And you can click on this project page. I did the project page right here. So you can see that the bracelet is here. Then everything else you're going to need. I put the collapsible eye needles here. You could use the flexible eye needles instead if you wanted. There's the clampers, there's the gel, there's the thread snips. Here is the GS. And if you keep scrolling down, there is a project map, right, of the exact bracelet that I have for you, that I'm showing you. And then if you just want to do your own thing, you can see right here on the left-hand side, there is the shopping list. So when you click on this, it just takes you to each category and you can choose your own. So hopefully that makes it pretty clear. I also wanted to let you folks know, so we had sold out of the Maker's Tote class. I got an email from several of you saying, oh my gosh, the Maker's Tote class is full. So I added 5 more slots. I think we only have a couple of slots left. So if you are someone who had emailed me and said, Kate, I didn't get my Maker's Tote space, we've got space available as of 11:05 a.m. on October 17th, but I'm not adding any more. All right. So make sure if you wanted to sign up for it, if you wanted to enroll it in it, the class is next weekend. It's next Saturday. So if you, I'm sorry, I'm lying to you. The Maker's Tote isn't next Saturday. The that one, the sewing machine class, is next Saturday. That's the one that's a good prep work for this. This one is the first weekend of December. So make sure, sign up, grab that slot. I have sewing machine class on my brain. Miranda and I were chatting about it, but make sure to secure your spot because I'm not adding anymore. Okay. I've got to cap it at that. So yeah, so that is the story there. Let me see. Let me make sure that I didn't miss it. Okay. So let me remove this out of the off the screen. And I think that's everything you need to know. We've got the kit. You've got the rest of your tools that you're going to need. Remember, tonight at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern is the preview party where you're going to see all the TGBE participants, as well as their specials, their kits, their projects. All of that's going to happen tonight at the preview party. And then we kick off tomorrow morning. Candy Cooper starts at about, 7:30 or 8 o'clock with a little how to navigate the TGBE. And then Candy gets right into it at 8:30 a.m. Pacific, 11:30 p.m. Eastern with her segment. And then it goes into me, to Jill, all day. And then we repeat it again on Saturday. It's going to be super fun. Do remember with your, let me see if I can get that back up here and cover myself, our store-wide savings for Fall Fest. Enter TGBE 20 to save 20% on your entire purchase, including the kits. And those will be available until we sell out, though they are selling briskly. That's it. It's a short stream today because we've got a lot of work to do. So, and I will see you again tonight for the preview party and tomorrow at 10 a.m. for this project. Do remember, my friends, if you have any questions, comments, anything you need to share with us, our ear is always to our email. Hit us up at info@beadshop.com. reach out to us anywhere online. All of our socials at beadshop.com, the full word spelled out. If you're watching us anywhere on any YouTube channel that this is broadcasting on, hit that like, subscribe, and notification button so you'll always know when we go live. Join our Facebook group, The Bead Table. It's a terrific group over there. You folks are awesome. And you really share some beautiful projects, great tips. It's a really friendly group over there. Of course, our Instagram feed at beadshop.com and our Pinterest pages also have a lot of great content on them as well. So that's what I've got. Let me finish up and make sure that I don't have any more. The Rolo chain. Yes. So Gina, it's called Runaround. Run along. Sorry, not run around. Run along. I'm giving them the runaround. It is true. If you go over to the homepage, click on the kit, and it says find all of the project notes or whatever there. You click on that, it'll take you to the project. The project is also listed under projects. Go to the left-hand side. You'll see that shopping list. Click on Run Along Chain. It'll bring you to all of the flavors that we have. Okay, so it's called Run Along, not Run Around. Hopefully that helps. What else? Is that it so far? Oh, and thank you, Ellen, for putting that up right there. The Run Along Chain is there, and it looks like you've got it. Perfect. All right, everybody. I'll see you tonight at 5 Pacific, 8 Eastern for the preview party. We sure do appreciate you being here with us and supporting not only us, our small business here at Bead Shop, but we really, really appreciate you as the collective Great Bead Extravaganza. We are all pretty darn small companies, so we always appreciate that. Some of us are just single person operations. Some of us, there's just a few. So again, for your support, we are eternally grateful. All right, my friends, we'll see you tonight. Thanks, everybody. Talk to you soon.